I would like to play Angmar or Gondor, but I played as them last week. Well, Tuesday. So I don't want to play as them again. I want to try and get back into playing with everything. We've played Gondor, so we know how they play. We know Gondor plays exactly the same. Den of Thor is the way to win, and everything else is garbage to start with. Film sword damage, and me get emergency arms, draft, flour mill, farm, or for the draft command. Peasant farmers get emergency arms immediately. See, none of these are really good, but at least the late tier powers are good. Early game, you've just got to accept that you are going to be going some peasants, but later on you can go full cavalry and it actually works, even against a full pike roster, which I find hilarious. Theoden, no. We want to be going at least one Rohan farm. Got 3 stud farms. I'm going to build one more Rohan farm over here. No, 2. One more farm and a stud farm back here. I'm going to draft on one of them. And I'm just going to spam a few peasants for a while. Yeah. I want gambling, which means I do need the archery range. Yeah, build another stud farm. And we want to upgrade our troops and our buildings. We need the armory. Oh. Rohan on Rohan violence, okay. So Rohan civil war here. Okay, normally peasants are like this, but when we give them arms to start with, they already come out looking like they did from Helm's Deep. And we get a bunch of warriors to defend. They went for the horn, which gives them extra damage, and then the draft on their units that they haven't already got out.
They're attacking the farms. Watch out, man! Cave troll.
Oh yeah, there's a cave troll right in front of our base. If you didn't guess, I think that's a cave troll as well. Anyway, I want gambling because he's really good, but also really expensive. I'm saying that I could probably do it better with Theoden, so we'll get Theoden first. What I like about Rohan is they do get a good deal of the good number of their heroes out straight away from the Citadel, so you don't need that many. Yeah, troll right there. Yeah, I don't like trying to take them out early. Although I'm going to have to get some yeoman archers to deal with that. Strength, ranged combat, strength, siege unit, light infantry. Okay, let's not get pitch throwers then. Use that on there. I actually can't remember what it does. Farm produces 20% resources faster, there's less armor. That's fine. What I could do is turn these into the 2 that aren't drafted into traitors and just have them race down the enemy. Yep, these are the farmhands, the pike version. In fact, since I'm actually playing as Rohan, a full cav build will work really, really, really well. So I'm not restricted to having to deal with elite tier pikes, because Rohan has no elite tier units like that. They have not got that kind of thing. Go for a walk. See you later. Okay, see you later, Iliarvi. Good to see you again. The troll look like he's going to charge at me. Good. Got a bit of a sad face. No, it's got a bit of a sad face.
Give them all new air.
Give them all new air.
We're going over there. Quickly now.
Drop down. Okay, we're going to get ourselves gambling out here. Gonna get our boy gambling. In fact, since we are fighting against Rohan, we should probably get some farmhands as well, because they're going to go cav soon as well. Oh, they've already rushed down an enemy troll. Another troll. The other troll. Oh, and the troll's back, so we're going to run away. Run away! Run away!
Use whatever weapons you can muster. Keep your spirits high.
Every villager able to
Wield a sword has been sent to the armory. At least you don't need the stables anymore to mount your heroes. That was always a silly thing for me, I think. I always thought that was a silly thing to do. It makes it you had to always get that Rohan assembly point. I like that. Assembly point used to be pointless, but now it actually does good things for you. Anyway, draft on here as well. So we get more peasants. Fill out the command point cap almost. Rohan is actually a very terrifying AI if you let them build up. Jura chooses to appear. Okay, we have no reason to recruit anything else other than our peasants, so we're gonna do that. Actually, we'll probably lose that farm now because it's got the reduced. Pitch throwers, no thank you. Yeah, we can just summon peasants with gambling, that's why I like him. And you can banish him, so you get... by the way, this is a strat that goes back to like the very beginning of 4.0. You would banish gambling. He can draft out peasants that are actually really strong. And then you just use those peasants to ruin everything. Oh, that's why they did so well. They actually spawned the farm super early, which killed the troll because they're spear users. But the troll also ignores the building because I think the trolls ignore buildings. I'm going to arm this with a unit. And yeah, this is basically a well with a larger radius. And we can actually get Phaedra from there as well, which is like the second hero I want to recruit. Or third hero, actually. Third hero I want to recruit. Your men,
my lord,
will follow you to whatever end. And yeah, we're going to build another assembly point here. That's the thing about Rohan. Their early game is actually very, very aggressive. You have to play the aggressive game. And I'm actually going to save up now to get Glorious King. We don't want to get anything else right now. I'm going to save up for Glorious King. And then once we have Glorious King... Well, before we get the Glorious King, we're going to get Phaedra. And once Phaedra is banished as well, we're going to change Phaedra into the normal hero because then he can level up. But also because...
Victory will be ours.
Yeah, spawn attack post. These attack posts used to be overpowered as hell. They were actual just battle towers you could spawn. And with Phaedra, you can just do that over and over and over again, even quicker. But now you have to make it a siege garrison at level 4. And by the way, you can choose 3 different weapons.
There are walls near. We've completed this one.
Structure arrows. Well, I'm not going against any structures yet, so I think we're going to be fine in that regard. But I'm going to get another ready point armed and ready. So have our archers. There be orcs near.
Use whatever weapons you can muster. We are a
Did I Oh, they still get garrisons at level 1 anyway. But it's only a melee garrison, it's not a ranged garrison, like what we're about to get.
Nothing shall stand before us.
Spawn even more peasants.
My lord, will follow you to whatever.
Yeah, that's another thing that every other faction has over Lothlorien. They have early game heroes that are actually good at doing things. Lothlorien just sucks at everything. I'm sorry, but they do. I'm going to complain about Lothlorien a lot because I have the right to complain about them a lot. They really are that weak. If you've played with Lothlorien, then you would know exactly. Know my pain. You will know the pain I've been through, and you will actually be glad I'm doing this kind of video to Rohan.
We are called to
Oh yeah, just to show how well Rohan can be played. They play it kind of. They're an expansionist race. They definitely don't just sit around doing nothing in the very beginning. But oh god, those pitch throwers, dear god. Dear god, those pitch throwers are scary things. Dwarves never built such flimsy things. Yeah, watch out for pitch throwers. They are deadly. Deadly, deadly, deadly. I will build a postern gate and get some more archers out here. They're not spawning cavalry as much as I thought they would. I'm going to get the armory now. But yeah, most factions I've already would have gotten one of the upgrades already to start getting the
Your
upgraded buildings.
will follow
But
you.
this time I've actually held off a little bit longer. Just because, yeah, it works better for you if you just wait a little longer. If you just hold off that little bit longer, it actually does serve you better. Okay, we've banished both Fairdred and Gamling. We can now turn them into the Glorious King. They retain that banishment status, but they won't be limited by the banishment status when it comes to re-recruiting. They don't actually fall under that category anymore. If they die, they lose their ability to boost asset. That's all they lose if they die now. Which still sucks to then have to repay them. And also it really sucks if I lose Fairden, because then I have to repay for him. And he doesn't cost 800 anymore, he costs 3,000 to re-get. So like, we don't want to lose him. Harman's been killing a few too many peasants. I want my assembly point back. And yeah, look how many units, look how many Westfolders, or whatever they're called. Let's see what it's called. It doesn't actually say. I call them Westfolders. It might say on his thing. No, it sends attack teams. Okay, so since we have so many outward buildings, we're going to get the Settlers tools first.
Are our king.
Settlers tools are definitely the way to go. If you get a good early expansion, and the AI doesn't actually fight back against that expansion. Whoa, they just burned that down. That's an Onager at work. Because that's right in front of their base, I just realised. Just realised that this is a very small map. Completely forgot that this is a very small map. Yeah, get Settlers tools. Destroy that Onager before it destroys my outpost. Even though they've already got another Onager. Okay, so Rohan still kind of spams siege more than any other faction. And in that case, I'm going to need some... oh no, that's because it's a expansion. Okay, fall back, fall back, fall back. No point in fighting in the enemy base right now. That is a suicide mission at this point. Heal our troops, replenish them.
Your men, my lord.
And then we can begin our transition into knights. Our true glorious knights. Can this be done from any range? I think it can, but it has to be at a certain angle. I forget what exact angle it needs to be from. Or does it need to be close to it? I think it does, yes. I'm going to
King.
send Fairdred over.
Victory will be ours.
Yeah, eventually, once we get close enough, we should be able to attach this with spear throwers. They're flimsy buildings, but they do a very good job. And now we can actually recruit pitch throwers and hay carts from them. Which, by the way, is just another kind of is an explosive damage dealing building. Not a damage dealing building, damage dealing unit. If you wanted to know.
There they are. We'll do everything we can.
If right now I don't need any more peasants. We shouldn't actually need any more peasants now. We should now have hit our need for peasants.
Your men, my lord.
Kill those pitch throws before they actually get hit off.
What is it?
Are those exiles or those rogue? I think they're just ordinary Rohirrim. Ordinary Rohirrim.
Sent to the armory.
Get the 4 Settlers tools. Oh wait, we can't. We need to build the arsenal. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. You actually have to build those arsenal buildings to actually make that work. But yeah, dear God, another battering ram already.
Every villager able to
Yeah, I want to start transitioning into Rohirrim, so we're actually going to upgrade our stables to tier 3 straight away. Our pantries will soon be upgraded, so we can get some new things. Yep. I'm just going to get the horn, so if there are any peasants that have still haven't been drafted, they now are.
The farms are under attack.
are our king.
You are our king. Yeah, they're shooting me again with onagers. Which is why I want to start getting those strong units.
My lord.
And yeah, we can get maximum 3 battalion guards of Rohan, but we also want Rohirrim Lancers. But what we actually want is from an outpost.
We are called to honor.
Units we really want are from an outpost, which we have yet to come across.
See my niece smile for a long time.
Triple experience, people. Go in and don't die.
We can't hold much longer. This is our land.
Okay, that's leveled up. That's not leveled up, so let's get the 4 settlers tools.
Sound the alarm! They're over here too.
Yeah, they've got an onager somewhere. In fact, I can actually deal with that now. Vanguard of Rohan. I believe they can actually deal physical damage instead of just contact damage. Yep, they can do physical contact damage as well.
Will follow
How much? I don't know. Let's find out. Enough to destroy an onager. Good.
Strike forward.
And this is why, for those people who haven't seen my enlargers video,
Right forward.
this is why cavalry are so good at getting rid of siege. They're fast, they're efficient, and they actually do fast, heavy hitting attacks. Consecutive heavy hitting attacks.
every villager.
Which is why we're going to be transitioning into full cav soon. To be fair,
What is it?
can we destroy the enemy base with what we've got right
We
now?
must rise up.
I don't think we can. I honestly don't think we can, but we might be able to. We might. Never say never.
Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent to the armory.
No, I'm saying never. I'm saying no, we can't.
My lord.
I'm saying
Every
never.
villager
I'm
able
saying
to
no, we
wield a
can't.
sword has been sent to the armory.
Regain units.
What is it?
Only we can do this now. Mordor can't do this anymore unless you got Sauron with the ring. Let's not talk about that yet.
Our king.
Let's not spoil it for the people that don't know things like we do.
Your men.
I'm taking this outpost. I feel like the enemy has already taken this outpost. I'm going to take it.
Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent
Gambling,
to the
keep
armory.
running, but leave those peasant archers to die. Oh, we just got air wind. Okay, horse, go on your horse and run.
Enemy is here. Sound the alarm. Our people must survive.
Yeah, take that outpost from them. Take from them everything. They've kind of lost everything already. What happened? They mustn't have destroyed the layers before they actually took the building. Then they finally did destroy it. They just haven't rebuilt it because they allowed us now to rebuild things because they're a little bit dumb inside. Fine. I willingly accept a few losses
Every villager
so we can
able to
take
wield a
this
sword
and
has
build
been
our
sent
exile
to the
camp.
armory.
For Rohan, you should never really be building the basic outpost. You should always be building the exile camp. I feel like that should be something that everyone knows when playing as Rohan. The exile camp is the way to win. Where'd the herald go? I summoned the herald, but my eyes are so blurred out I can't actually tell where he is. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm letting them destroy these outposts. Well, not letting them destroy them willingly. I'm just ignoring their existence. Just ignoring their continued existence until I have what I want. Oh, that's a free scary heroes right there.
We must rise up. I will lead you.
Come on, Fairdred. Fairdred.
Victory will be ours. Go for
Fairdred.
it.
My lord. Sire.
We must rise up.
Every villager
Okay, I think we
able
used
to
it.
wield a sword.
This will be a
Oh,
day
Fairdred,
to
no,
remember.
don't you go alone. Oh, there's your herald.
Young perish beyond Linga.
Your men, my lord,
Victory will be
will
ours.
follow you to
on guard.
whatever end.
Ride out. Swiftly.
My lord. Our king.
Assemble the army. As many men as can be found.
As many men as can be found.
Strike forward. Let's go now.
Every villager able to wield a sword.
More stud farms.
sent to the army.
Which you can never have too many stud farms.
Stay sharp.
You can never have too much economy. Or road hero and cost reduction. Edain dead? Okay, all the heroes are dead.
My lord,
Exile cam.
will follow you to
It's time we win.
We've completed this one. The battle must be the enemy. Fight for.
my
This
lord.
is our land.
All of them stop so I can mount them? No,
Our
only one
people
stop.
must survive.
Alas, that these evil days should be mine.
Pilots of the mark.
Every
We
villager
must
able
rise
to
up.
wield a sword has been sent to the
Do
army.
not fear them.
Are our king.
And they've got their own fair dread.
Your men, my lord, will follow you to whatever end. Are our king.
Keep your spirits high. We can't hold back.
You have 7 power points. I don't know where from. Is it bad I don't know where from? I'm getting howled here.
Hit the enemy. Take cover, men.
My lord,
How dare you survived?
my lord, will follow you to whatever end.
And we get all 3 of our Rohan exiles and then we go straight to upgrading to the King's Camp. That's all we need.
Stand in there, amen.
Stand in there, amen.
I bring word that Elrond of Rivendell.
They're attacking the farms. They're ready to ride out. Ready your swords.
Every villager able to wield a sword
Yep.
has been sent to the armory.
We'll do everything we can. Come, people. We're attacking. We're ready to ride out.
Can I get amen?
My lord,
God, that hurts the throat every time. Every time, I love it. I love doing it every time as well.
Ready, elves? Meet them with
We have
elven
not had
blade.
dealings
We're ready to
your
ride out.
men,
since the
my
dark
lord,
Men of Rohan,
days.
the farms are
will
under
follow
attack.
you to
That's the
We've
enemy.
not had dealings with dwarves.
Keep your spirits high.
You know what dwarf says to that?
Let's go.
Yish kakoi I do.
What is it?
Our forces are under attack. Be on guard.
Every villager able to wield a
not
sword has been sent to the armory.
I see pikes, but I don't care. Charge them in. Show no fear, men.
Sire,
That's what it's like to show no fear. To run pikes down and not even care.
We've completed this one.
You know, this majestic, does it even matter? I'm forgetting there's a my own units there.
king,
Killing at will.
I'm just enjoying racing down everything.
my lord,
And my peasant army is still alive and kicking.
Keep your spirits high.
The meat's alive and jigging.
Use whatever weapons you can muster.
every villager able
To
to
wield
wield
a
a sword
sword.
has been sent to the armory.
And now we can get the Royal Vanguard, which are the upgraded version of the Exiled. But Exiled is still stronger than the ordinary Rogue Hero. So we want both. Obviously, you can't have both, so you've got to choose one. But I don't want to choose. I want both.
Use whatever weapons you can muster.
So I try to keep the Exiles alive while I also get the Royal Vanguard. And this is where we want to get the most of our troops from. We can get Captains of Rohan, we can get Erkenbrand, Elfhelm, and Grimbold. And we can give them all different mounts. Or different
Your men, my
units. We
lord,
can either give them a swordman, a spearman, or a cavalry unit. Guess which one I'm going for? If you guess wrong, then you don't know me very well at all. Of course it's going to be pikemen. I'm kidding now. Obviously cavalry. Obviously cavalry. And then you can go for the full Captain of Rohan as well. With full...
your men, my
yeah.
lord,
Rohan full cavalry is no joke. Something you can do one-on-one.
I've not seen my niece smile for a long
Once
time.
Theoden hits level 10, that's it. It's over. You can just do anything you want. And no matter what the enemy does, they can't stop you. The Lead Knights of Meduseld.
In position. What is it?
Okay, Elfhelm heals you, your units. At least he used to. If he still does, I don't know. We'll have to find out. Yeah, whoever gets the cavalry spam army first, or the elite cavalry army first even, is the
every
victor.
villager able to
Every
wield a
time.
sword has been sent to
No
the
exception.
The master rider of the mark at your service. Already there. In position. We're done building. Already there.
Already there.
My horse Where am I needed? They have attacked.
Oh yeah, and you also gain levels up, although, to be fair, you still get your power straight away. Yep, you get the Athelos power, or it used to be called Field Medicine, there we go, that's a better name. Instead of Symbolinum. It's a plant of some description. That is an actual thing in Middle-earth, I just forget the name. It's a plant that grows mostly in Rohan.
Yes.
Yes.
How may I help? My weapon is yours.
Oh yeah, Erkenbrand can summon 2 units or whatever he was playing as. Or whoever he is... yeah, whatever unit you've given him, he can summon units of that version. I mean, that's just a scout you can send in and die. But the Knights of Meduseld.
The enemy has settled here already.
Oh yeah, do you think you need think you need horse archers to deal with pikemen? Nope. Well, at least not against a Rohan.
My life for Rohan.
Maybe against someone
At
else.
your service.
At least not until you get full armor as well. You need full armor before you can say, yeah, I can just go in and not die and I'll be fine. It's fine, I'm fine. But yeah, if this was a player, they would have just gone full pike spam, heavily armored, forged blades, and then we'd have a problem. But because it's not, it's an AI, and it's fun to play against AI, and just have all these powers with
How may I help?
the number of times you have to hear the horn of Rohan, you actually you don't get sick of it, you actually start enjoying it. You start enjoying every time you hear the horn of Rohan.
This is our land.
This one is finished.
I don't even know what this one does. All execution engines near the guard post will permanently repair and have double armor. Okay.
King.
I mean, if you want to go full boring and go siege, then sure, why not?
Every villager.
Yeah, I just don't like siege. I think I'm pretty proud to say I've still not built siege in my return to Edain.
At your service.
I still refuse to make siege units. I hold true to that, and I try my best to hold on to that as well.
My lord.
Well, yeah, I've still not built a single unit of, still not built a single siege engine. Technically, with Mordor, I did build trolls and Grom, but I don't think that counts. That doesn't count. If you think that counts, you're wrong.
What is your bidding? My life for Rohan.
My life for Rohan.
These lands.
Yeah, they have a few field posts everywhere because, yeah, even charging ordinary pikes with our units is a pain.
My lord.
Ah! No! No! My building! It's safe.
Stay sharp.
These are my Royal Vanguard, I can't tell. No, they're not the ordinary Rohirrim. Oh, they're not. I can't tell. Again, I still can't tell.
We cannot defeat the armies of Mordor.
The enemy has settled here already.
We cannot defeat the armies of Mordor.
Our king.
What is it?
Riders of the mark. Battle awaits. Leave none
Your men
There was a girl when they brought her father
fight
back
for
down,
you.
down by orcs.
If you have come,
My horse awaits.
Our king. Sire.
Men of Rohan.
My lord.
My lord. And yeah, Rohan captains, there's no limit to how many of these you can get. And yeah, they can make the Meduseld units, which are
Evil days.
your best cavalry units, even excluding the fact the Royal Guards of Rohan are technically your best because they're also extremely expensive. You need to get forge blades, banner carriers, heavy armor, and you also need to get the horse shields and a tier 3 farm, where so you can just build an exile camp, build it up with 1,000, and then spend 300 and an extra 560 for that instead of spending an extra 1,600 for the actual unit. It makes sense to go for the thing that's cheaper, right? Right, it's not just me.
We must defend our troops.
But yeah, 560 for the lead Knights of Mediceld.
We must take the fight to them.
And there we go, we've got another elite unit on our side. And that's Grimbold.
We must defend our
Okay.
troops.
Let's refresh our units for a bit.
People must survive.
And since Phaedrus hasn't died yet, we've already got this back on cooldown. There is all force of first seconds here and nearby siege engines gain damage, movement speed, and coming up. Again, siege units. If it weren't for the fact he makes these battlements for everyone, I'd be annoyed by Fairdred and what he's become. With what he's become, he's no longer what he was.
Will follow you to whatever.
Oh yeah, Cavalry Rohan lead men into battle and replenish fallen members. That's basically what they do. Oh, and the Knights of Medicel gain armor against all melee unit types except for pikemen. So basically, you're playing against an army that's not pikemen. The enemy is screwed. They should know. They should know that they're going to need pikemen against a Rohan faction. They should know.
Follow you to whatever.
It's definitely not in the early game, but in the late game, yes, they should have pikemen and plentiful amounts of them. If they don't, then they're done.
Every villager able to wield a
Yeah,
sword.
well, pretty lucky I was fighting as a Rohan today, as Rohan.
My lord.
But even though there's some pikemen, some peasants that can fight pikemen instead of having to fight extra pikemen.
Sire.
And you can just fall back to one of your healing posts, heal up, and when you come back, you're stronger than ever.
Riders of the Riddermark. We must defend
My
our
weapon is
country.
yours.
What other heroes do we have?
The enemy holds these lands.
There's Harmer, who I don't think can mount, although obviously we're going to find out. Eowyn, who can mount. Merry, who can saddle on the horse of any hero except for Theoden or Theodred, I think. Don't hold me to that. I have been known to make to be wrong on some accounts like that in the past. Oh, you can also all these upgrades take a long time to make, unless you already have this upgrade to begin with. I'm fairly certain. Now this increases training speed, which is only good for siege units. Yeah, we can now spend 1,600 to get our most elite units. Why? Why bother when you already got the exiled camp, which gives us some super cheap, and I mean super cheap, look at that, 280 for a unit that's actually better than our basic cavalry by at least double. At least twice as good than the ordinary Rohan. The ordinary Rohan base unit. Which I believe is what I'm covering over right now. So I actually want to compare stats. I want to compare stats to
Swiftly, the battle awaits.
basic Rohirrim Lancers and Rohirrim Royal Vanguard. So Royal Vanguard 664 health at 378, so nearly twice the amount of health
My lord.
at
Will
level
follow
2.
you to whatever.
Same cost. They recruit faster from the exile camp, on which they made it the Vanguard, the Royal camp, the King's camp. I'm fair to say Exile is exactly the same as well, so let's compare Exiles
Just say
to...
when.
Let's just compare all of the different types of units you can get. So,
Riders of Rohan.
Doomed to wait upon an
let me
old
please
man.
select the Royal Vanguard.
Should have loved her as a father.
Okay, we've got Royal Vanguard here. We've got
Riders of the Mark.
Exiles here, which have 664. So again, that's the same amount as the Vanguard. So yeah, Vanguard and Exiles are exactly the same. But you can't have both types unless you get really lucky and save all your Vanguard. So otherwise, yeah, they will just die.
Evil days.
And then there's these things. Ugh. 3 hunters, just gimme. Costing only 1,500, which makes a bit of sense since they were an actual power to recruit
Will follow you to
beforehand. The prerequisite was a power,
The enemy is upon us, men.
a tier 3 power at that. It's not just any ordinary power. Oh, there they are. They get spawned instantly, but then if they die, you have to re-recruit them. So you can choose whoever's in lead. If Gimli's the chosen hero, which is the choose the leader to be Gimli. Aragorn's the leader of the three hunters. Aragorn, much less damage suffered from melee attacks. Greatly increased damage from Legolas, and Gimli does melee attacks have an area of effects.
What is it?
So it depends what you're up against. If you're up against like ordinary like trash infantry, like from Mordor, you probably want Gimli. Aragorn against Aragorn when you're fighting against any ordinary medium tier to late tier units, and then Legolas if you want. Oh wait, no, Aragorn for the elites, and Legolas if you just want to do major damage to heroes.
Every villager able to wield a sword has been sent to the army.
You also get the Orc Hunt, move faster for a short time. Elendil, which is obviously the battle cry.
They're so close in here.
Then Slayer for 30 seconds, his damage, his attacks damage nearby enemies and knock them back. And then obviously Arrowwind as well.
There will be none standing.
Your men
Pretty self-explanatory powers.
will
Don't need to go
follow
much
you
into them.
to whatever end.
I forgot I went so much into Pantry early on.
We need more resources.
Yeah, I'll get one Royal Vanguard just to
Every
prove
villager able to
how
wield a sword
ineffective
has been sent to the
they
army.
are. How ineffective they are. They really are ineffective.
Stay sharp.
The enemy holds.
It's not the fact that they suck. If you get into a really late game position where you actually have the time to make
Follow
them,
you to whatever end.
then make them. But if you've got an outpost,
Cannot defeat the armies of Mordor.
get the 3 exiles and then build it up to the king's camp and then start getting all your elite troops because they're even better. In fact, I never actually compared. So Erkenbrand himself has 3,000 health. So all these guys have a unique hero which has a certain amount of health
My life for Rohan.
and a special ability,
At your service.
which should make them infinitely more valuable than any other unit you can make. In the fact they can actually be given a power.
My weapon is yours.
We must defend our troops. They're attacking the farms.
So right now I want Legolas to be the leader because then we do more damage.
Arrows will shower upon them.
Is it only Legolas shooting? Yes, and it seems to be glitched. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any blue arrows, so I'm assuming that's a glitch. Bug, whatever you want to call it.
We will have victory.
I completely forgot to do Glorious Charge.
I will ride this day.
You all have the right to shame me. You all have the right to shame me. I didn't Glorious Charge before coming in. A sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Death.
Your men, my lord, will follow
Keep throwing out that horn.
So far from home.
And now, military camp. Can I summon
This one is finished.
units and then they get upgrades of all kinds. And these are probably the best units you can make because you don't have to pay anything for them. But yeah, these guys here. Level 1, they have got twice the health of a exile / royal guardsman at level 2, which yes, is impressive. But again, the price for them is... It leaves you to question if they are worth it. Yes, the damage against pikemen is good as well. Oh, they didn't build anything else? I want to keep talking, that's sad. Well, yeah, pikemen, in the late game, those royal guards are definitely worth it, but like late game, like end of the game unit, that is.